Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand finals of the ESL Pro Tour Europe Weekly Cup. Today is July 6th, and I'm Nathanias, bringing out some SC2 games for you to watch. Now we're in the finals. Hundreds of dollars on the line. Guts, glory, babes, and booty. In the top right, spawning as the blue Protoss player who just won 3-2 over Clem of all Terrans. He is Exxon Geralt. He, of course, goes up against the real king of European Terrans. The guy, or at least the king of this cup. He is, in the bottom left, the red Terran. Mouse Sports, Heromarine. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, I think there's a fair number of people out there. I think that there are a fair number of folks out there who would happily say that they really like, they really, really like Heromarine over Clem, or Clem over Heromarine. You know, like I think there's a decent amount of people. I personally would have said that Clem would probably be the best Terran in Europe at the moment. But Big Gabe pretty much wins all of these tournaments, and he's still a very good competitive player. And he has won more of the cups over Clem, and he's beaten Clem in the finals of these cups, I believe. So if he can beat Clem, Geralt could beat anybody. This is like Geralt Rising. Pretty much everybody in the lobby chat before we got into the grand finals, before we started this best of 5, pretty much everybody was just like, holy crap. Oh my God. Everybody needed a break. All the casters needed a break. I needed a break. We just had an hour and a half best of 5. Thank you, Men's Ray, for the gift sub. I appreciate you. But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Just absolutely crazy to think about, really. So Twilight Council is going to go down, kind of tucked into the back of that natural expansion mineral line. And I'm interested to see, we did have that Marine opener again. And if you control the Marines well and you play the ramps, like, you can do a lot of bullying against this. And oftentimes a Protoss player might try to slip through here, get tucked in. I like that he waited. To drop the mule in the natural, just in case the Adept did commit. But, oh, the Stalker's here now to Heromarine. Heromarine may not have been expecting this, and those Marines are in trouble. Nate, I'll mail you a pie hole if you can explain on stream what clapping cheeks means. Nope, I'll hard pass. We do have Medevac being added with the Hellions. So it looks like Heromarine's going to go for that Medevac drop. And Geralt, we've seen this against Clem. He's gone for the Dark Shrine, the proxy Dark Shrine. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can make happen. Tell you what, as a fat guy trying to lose some weight, honestly, I put on 30 pounds in the quarantine and everything. LA was like really depressing. Eating was the only way I could keep myself from spiraling. So I'm ready to drop that. But you know, when you see your buddy out there having a White Claw or a Bud Light, you could always consider that there may be other reasons why they're not drinking some deep frothy IPA. That's all I'm gonna say. So we have Blink at the same time, and he's going to have a couple less Stalkers than he should because he went for the proxy Dark Shrine. But if he can push this back and deal with this, this could end up being really terrifying. He early supply drop too from Heromarine, so just one less possible thing to have. And that Tech Lab starport did not really get used in the Tech Labby way. The Hellions are going to kill 3 probes. I think that's all he's going to be able to get. Yeah, so he gets 3 probe kills. There's still 2 Hellions on the outside, and that's really not too bad. It does help bring the worker count close, but now the opportunity, as they say, you must strike while the iron is hot. And you have a Terran player right now with the engineering bay halfway done, no Raven, and access to 1 scan and another scan in about maybe 20 seconds. So it's very possible that he could take no damage from the DTs, but If he spreads out and starts hitting all the SCVs and all of the mineral lines simultaneously, he could do a lot. Look at that reaction time from Gabe, though. Immediately starts the turret. He's got the 2DTs trying to get into the main base. He's focusing on the siege tank. Careful. I think they're all in one scan range, unfortunately. And a good body block. He cleans up. Oh, one of them still alive. Cheeky, cheeky. So he should be able to... Oh! Did he? Oh! It happened. Oh, my God. It happened in a game. It happened. It actually happened in a game. Oh, my... Hang on. Let me just take another... Let me just take a sip here and just... Holy, did I just see that finally happen? I don't think I've ever actually casted a game where someone did that before. He shot his own SCV. He targeted his own SCV after rallying it, after moving it towards the Dark Templar so that the splash damage would kill the DT. I've done it before, like 3 years ago, but it's one of the hardest things to do in StarCraft. Oh my God. Today has really been a treat, hasn't it? Today has really been a treat. Holy shit. And now that guy who hates when I use the bleep, he's going to get upset. It's okay. It's okay. You're just not as passionate as me, and that's all right. Oh, God. Well, charge is coming in after this. Man, I really thought saving that one was good. All right, so 2 medevacs are going to load up, and he's actually, if he rides the south side of the map all the way to avoid the stalkers, he should run into the proxy Dark Shrine and Gateway, and picking both of those off would be pretty nice, you know? As a Terran player, being able to wipe that piece of tech off the map is one of those things that you're always going to be happy about. He spanked the rocks, and then he moved forward a bit. He's going to try and catch these stalkers unaware while he goes for the tech, and I do actually really like this. The Gateway is gone. The Dark Shrine's going to go next. Is he going to try to warp into DT just to have one? Yes. Where is it? He warped in one Dark Templar as the Dark Shrine got killed. He wanted to have the ability to at least try it one more time. And I actually do like that because as a Terran player, you think to yourself, oh, Dark Shrine's gone. No more DTs. But wait, I warped in one at the last second, right? And you just may not be thinking about it. You just might not be thinking about it. And then you might drop all your mules and... But look how much energy he had saved. He's got a scan on each of his main and his natural. He's got a scan on each of his bases. Yeah, he's fine. Look at that. Saves that tank. Brilliant. Brilliant. You know what, Gabe? You can supply drop as many depots as you want. Did you know that a supply dropped depot, if you are supply blocked and your barracks are not building anything, a supply drop is the same thing as warp gate. It has the same impact. You instantly get to start your production instead of waiting for another 30 seconds. Supply depots take a long time to build. Oh, good trap on these stalkers. Yeah, Big Gabe is feeling it. But the prisms! Oh my God, this is exactly where Geralt has been dominating though. This is exactly where Geralt's been crushing it. Oh man, the one Templar with energy is kind of stuck in the back though. It's a bit unfortunate. That's 12-dimensional low orbit Taiwanese backgammon. Ay, ay, ay. Man, it's funny looking at the chat 2 minutes later and seeing all of your reaction to that DT pickoff. Oh my God, that was insane. So does he have... He's got one Templar. Oh, he's going to try and storm the mineral line. He has enough for 2. He should go for the mineral line of the 3rd, though, right? Oh, I like this. He's kind of posturing the army here. He sees this force. Oh, did he not see it? Everything's going out. I thought he knew about that. This is nice, though, right? Wait, what happened to the Templar that was here? Did he just drop it? Oh, there it is. He was waiting for the units to run in to try and stop this. He has another storm. Oh, my God. Dude, Geralt is actually playing ball, though. He is getting some damage done. He is bringing it to him. He is socking it to him. The way he used that Templar to clear out the reinforcing units to try and save this was absolutely amazing. The Zealots kill one of the ghosts. He's killing the ghosts as they come out of the barracks. That is something that should never happen. Delays the armory, too. And that actually allowed him to kill some of the Widow Mines because they weren't cloaked. Ay, ay, ay. Good God. What a crazy game this has been. What a great game this has been. Geralt getting a good amount of damage. I mean, you talk about Big Gabe making big plays, but Geralt's got 80 probes. His Colossus range is about to finish. He has Storm, Colossi. He's got the Warp Prism with 4 High Templar in it. Dude, he's got everything he needs, honestly. Both players have a lot of very good stuff. There's only one Viking on the map, but he's starting to increase the numbers here. Look at that stim to try and get across the map a little bit faster. This drop gets caught, though. Good grab by Geralt. Kills a full medevac. And there's just one more on the right side now, but the rest of the army's just chilling here. And he's going to have to land quite a few EMPs to get to those Templar because he's got them in the prism. He's just going to come out here and meet him. And Geralt says, well met. As he approaches this force, boom, boom, siege tanks go bye-bye. All the Widow Mines are still stacked back too. These guys coming over to fight against this drop. Geralt's are microing multiple armies in multiple places at once. Dude, this is some of the highest APM Protoss stuff I think I've seen in a long time. Big Gabe is doing everything he can, but those storms coming down too. He does land a pretty sweet EMP. Widowmine's going to be able to get a shot or two off. They are cloaked. He does not have an observer over there. Heromarine is able to find himself a little wedge on the eastern part of the natural expansion. Takes a few shots, forces the Zealot warp in, and then backs it up. As that Disruptor's going to clear out 2 of the Widow Mines. A couple more Zealots and Stalkers inside of the main base. And he doesn't want to send those Marauders in just yet. Big Gabe knows. He's probably waiting. He knows that he knows. The nose knows, you know. At least that's what my dog tells me. What a game. What a freaking crazy game this has been. What a game. What a game. Both players are making like S-class plays. And here's the hard part too, because he's like, now he's got to micro everything. He's got to micro those. He's got to micro the bio, the Vikings, the Ghosts. He's got a tank in there. Oh, he's going to eat this mine shot though. A little soft EMP on the Stalkers. Not quite a real one. And that Disruptor shot, he didn't hit anything. He did not get the mine. So I actually like that. I like that he's got the mines on the map. He's trying to get more of them. Speed is being researched for the Warp Prism, which is fantastic. A good amount of Marines and Marauders and Ghosts here in the army for Heromarine. Decent number of Vikings, but it's going to boil down to the Storms. The Storms are going to have a pretty massive impact. I like that Big Gabe is kind of spreading out random units. He doesn't want to be caught off guard by anything, but look at the way that this army is posturing itself. There's actually nothing over here. He could send the Prism in at the same time. There, the 3 Marauders came back, but he's got a Photon Cannon, and I think there was a Shield Battery, maybe not. He's going to try and come up here. He's got the Disruptors to try and push the bio back, and one of them is going to hit on just a couple of the pieces of bio, but he's seemed to have been caught a little bit unawares there. Does get an EMP on 2 of the High Templar. These Zealots are looking for that base. There is no base to be found, though, so he's going to maybe try and push those guys into the natural, but some of the bio already steps up. Just the posturing and the positioning of both of these players has been fantastic, but you know what I have to say? Geralt is on 2 more bases than Heromarine. He's a rich boy, and he knows it. He's got a lot of money coming in. He's got all these, look at this wall off too with a ton of gateways. The production, the income right now, the Protoss is the one pulling in 3,000 minerals a minute. Usually that's when people say mule imba. Geralt has, that push wasn't able to really do a whole lot, but the economy that he's got is insane. Gabe needs to make something happen. Gabe needs to make something happen because he's going to start clamping down those expansions with tons of batteries and cannons, and then all of a sudden he's going to have to fight more than just a 200 supply Protoss. He's going to have to fight, well, a 200 supply Protoss with a bunch of shield batteries and photon cannons. Duh. Up. Trying to get that Colossus. He does get one of them. Uses that shield battery overcharge. He's got multiple prisms. Multi-track drifting. Comes out with the EMPs, but it's not enough. He's still able to get a couple of the big storms. Stalkers blink towards the north side. Going to be able to EMP the Stalkers, but the Disruptor shots are pushing the rest of the bio towards the south side. Still 2 Colossi remaining. 1 taken down. Now the concave for Gabe is still fantastic, and just Stalkers on their own will not be able to fight against this, but he's got 5 photon cannons and 4 shield batteries with a Disruptor to retreat to, and that's what I was talking about. He's got all that money to leverage into this infrastructure where he says normally a bunch of Stalkers and Zealots cannot fight this army, but it don't matter, no. Okay, this is the one base that has a little bit less to defend. Is he going to focus it down is the question here. Does not look like it. He's using the shield battery to keep the Nexus alive. The Vikings are landed. Solid EMP on the Stalkers. This is a pretty beefy force. He's looking to get a big shot with the Disruptor straight to the middle. Oh, takes out half the Vikings. SCVs are being pulled. Oh, hell no. Okay, there's the overcharge on the shield battery. It's not really close enough to assist that much, though. He's going to launch another EMP onto this force. 3 Disruptors to try and fight against this. Now, this is only going to get more difficult for Heromarine as he just doesn't have any economy behind this. Never even took a 4th base, whereas Geralt, I mean, he's got more money on him than... Okay, I can't say that. That's inappropriate. But he's pushing this back. He's got so many resources to continue to pump out those gateway forces, and he has so many gateways. He's got 14 gates. He's cranking them out. I don't know what to tell you. He's just got too much stuff here. He doesn't even need to trade cost effectively anymore. GG, Geralt takes game number 1. Oh my God. Okay, I thought Heromarine was making the sickest plays ever in that map, but it was actually Geralt the whole time. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow. All right, we're in the lobby for game number 2. Yeah, the FPS tanked because that was a crazy fight with 1,000 units running around. Woo! Woo! Psystorm goes zrrr. Protoss with micro. He was, I mean, the Protoss player was averaging, Geralt was averaging like 250 APM, and he was spiking to 400 in those fights. I'm just saying, Mama didn't raise no fool. It's probably your internet too, because I haven't dropped any frames. According to OBS, I have dropped 0.0% of my frames this stream. It was a pain in the butt to get them to come set it up at my apartment when I moved here, but thank God for fiber internet. 1,000 down, 1,000 up. As this is, of course, going to be the last series of the day, I would like to remind all of you that if you enjoy my commentary and you want to watch some other fun StarCraft stuff, you can always check out youtube.com/Nathanias, where I upload the VODs of all of the weekly cups that I do. There were none last week as I was incapacitated on Monday. I do not like to cast multiple days in a row because I would rather save my voice and do one good show than ruin my voice and do one good show and one bad show. So I haven't been going too crazy today as far as like the energy goes, mostly because I'm casting the ESL Pro Tour tomorrow. I'm casting the DreamHack. I think we're starting the Europe finals bracket. I don't actually know, to be honest. I don't really know until like the morning of, but there's some stuff going on. And if you guys have been enjoying stuff, check it out there. Today is actually the first day that the VODs are now being recorded in 4K 60 FPS instead of 1440p. I consolidated on my dual PC system. It's now just one streaming PC that plays the game. I've got a 3950X with a 2080 Ti. So I basically took the best part of my gaming PC and the best part of my streaming PC. And because of that, I no longer am limited by my capture card. The capture card I can just use for like consoles and stuff now that will never get above 60 FPS anyway. So the VODs for this are all going to be up on youtube.com/Nathanias in 4K at some point during this week. The older stuff is 1440p, but still worth checking out. And I do really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow on the 7th because, like I said, I'm going to be casting. But I should be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So should be some good times. Reaper comes out. Nothing really shocking to see here. It's kind of expected that the Protoss player is going to get that fast core nowadays, which means the Reaper is almost worthless. It's just really hard to get any value because Protoss players not only block the Reaper cliff with their buildings, but they have a really fast adept, so you cannot actually get into their base. Now, we did see this on Golden Wall. We did see on Golden Wall against Clem, Geralt went for the proxy oracle on top of that quick adept, and that's what makes it hard. Is Heromarine just can't scout. He just can't scout. He could scan, but that's like, it's just really, really hard to scan early on. You know, the less SCVs you have, the more valuable the mule is, right? So obviously your first and second mule are going to be really, really big. So does he want to scan with this orbital? No, and he's not going to. Right, there's the mule. He needs the money. He'd rather have the resources to try and defend. Now, the Marines are kind of in the bunker at the front because that adept has been posturing, right? And that is unfortunate. That is a little bit of a tricky situation to be in. So this Oracle coming out now, I do wonder. Let's see what it can get done. There's a Viking and a Cyclone in production, but nothing is here yet to defend. And 2 adepts, they're going to shut that Hellion down, so let's see what we can get. He's going to start with at least 2 SCV kills. 3, not bad. It's got a little bit of time before any other units show up. Oh, the adept is going to join the party. Yeah, that's going to complicate things. That is going to complicate things. The adept is going to help, and he's actually going to get to kill the Marines in the natural. And maybe another SCV. Oh, he kind of just shoots the Cyclone, I guess, to prevent him from being able to lock on to the rest of those forces. I know some of you guys have been having questions in chat and whatnot. I just want to say, obviously, with the 2-minute delay, it's a bit hard to interact with y'all. So you can always join the Discord. I'm going to be hanging out in my Discord all day after the show today. So if you guys want to come chill, if you guys want to talk, discord.gg/Nathanias. I'm literally there all the time. I shit post in my Discord as much as anybody else. We got a really good community, and we'd love to have you come hang out with us. So we've got the barracks moving over to get the tech lab. Obviously, he's going to play bio here. Marine's not crazy. He's not crazy, right, guys? What kind of crazy Terran player would not research Stem versus Protoss? A Terran player that's proxy Marine all-inning, obviously. Charge is coming in before Blink, though. So it seems like he is thinking about either doing that type of early charge harass again, or he's more so concerned about wanting to have charge defensively while he takes this third to overwhelm like an early stim push that doesn't really have like combat shields or a lot of other stuff with it yet. So we've got the 2 oracles still sharking around, and that's the other nice part about this build is that he just has that. Oh my god, you know, I think he could actually, yeah, it delays that barracks. The Cyclone on its own can't really kill this that quickly. This might open the door for the oracles to hit the natural again, since the adept, oh my god, wow, this adept got a stupid amount of value. That shouldn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. He might miss his window here, though. The Marines are headed back. Let's see what he can do. Thank you, Daywalker, for the 55-month resub. Always a pleasure to see you, my dude.
Nate, sir, 1, Nate, sir, 2.
Okay, even just a handful of stuff. Yeah, just a little bit. Just don't lose your... If you don't lose the oracles, doing stuff like this is fantastic. They're already very low hit points, but the Protoss is ahead. 11 workers. Geralt has been playing out of his freaking mind. Third Nexus is almost fully saturated. He's getting his +1 armor. He's getting his Templar Archives. He's getting his Blink. And Heromarine, he does have the 3rd orbital. Is he going to try and take it immediately? I don't really know if he has the number of forces that he needs to. He's going to spread himself out pretty thin to do that. He could push and try to take the 3rd behind it, but with this scan, he's going to see what's being chronoed. He doesn't know that it's Blink, obviously. It could be charge, right? It's possible that he already has Blink. Most Protoss players go for Blink before charge. You would go for charge before Blink, mostly if you feel like you're a little bit economically ahead, because then you can just overwhelm them with, you know, the charge zealots, as I was saying earlier. Word for word, literally what I just said earlier. Is he going to leave the tanks behind and move everything else out? These are the questions that haunt my mind. Or is he just going to patrol? There is an observer here. He sees this. He wants to know. He's like, where are you guys going? Where are y'all going? Yeah, they're going to slowly move their way up, I guess. And then he's going to try and double medevac drop. I don't know. Blink is just about to finish. He's ready. He's ready to catch this if he loads up. Oh my god. See, Geralt doesn't want to go too far because he doesn't want the Marines to see him before they get in the medevac. He wants the Marines to get in the medevac first, but he may not have the opportunity to get that big pick off. was gonna say, he could kill a medevac and then blink away. Oh my God, look at that. Heromarine says, all right, you blinked. I'm ready. I'm going in. I'm going in. He's pulling the trigger. And he's got that. The rest of his army is going to push towards the 4th of Geralt. Okay, this is a really good push from Heromarine. The Zealots. Oh, wow. No, he just gives up on that real fast. That High Templar could also feed back down the first medevac. Wow, I can't believe he got him to give up on that double drop so fast. The Storm's here already, too. He makes that transition so quickly. Does he have energy for another one? No way. No way. He could warp Zealots in from here now as well. Oh, he's already doing it. The Stalkers come in. He gets another Storm on center mass. There's not a tremendous amount of bio left here. If he spreads the Stalkers out, he can kill everything. And that looks like exactly what he's going to do. The rest of the Marines are coming over from that double medevac drop that did get ended. But now he's got more Zealots ready to come over here. He doesn't have the siege tanks. There's the battery overcharge. All the Stalkers get their shield regenerated. But another wave of bio is going to be able to come and push those Stalkers back once again. I really thought Heromarine was going to be able to get some serious damage done. And it's possible that he still does. The 4th base is not really up and running. He hasn't necessarily secured it yet. Hasn't secured it yet in the biblical sense, I guess I should say. But can he do it right here, right now? Zealots coming in from the right. Zealots coming in from the left. The Stalkers are there. Siege tanks are trying to focus fire, but solid blink micro by Geralt to keep his units alive is working so far. However, there's just a little bit too many Marines and a little bit too much medevac support. Without a shield battery, without any, without that big tech play anymore, it's quite hard to do it with just the Zealots and the Stalkers. He really wants to take down the tank. He does pick off the siege tank. And he's got an Immortal here, so that's going to help with the anchor. But just Marines can fight pretty well against the Zealots. And once these Widow Mines... Oh, yeah, see, he's already got his armory. See, Clem always got his armory really late, so having the Widow Mines... Oh, wow, he unburrowed them not to drag the fire back onto his own units. He's going to let the mine hit the Immortal instead. Really good call, actually, as the Immortal then burns through its barrier, has no shields. The rest of Heromarines' forces are pushing up onto that 4th base. Everything being desperately warped and is not enough. Heromarine is going to tie things up one apiece. Well, did you guys seriously think this wasn't going to go to game 5? Really? Really? I don't know what Geralt had before he got on to play his games today, but I want it. Whatever it is. Inject it into my veins. I'm ready. I want to be that good at StarCraft. I knew Geralt was good, but like today's like he's like decided I'm going to be really good. He decided that he was going to be plus ultra today, and I love it. I love it a lot. Oh my God, yeah. Just going to get into the next lobby. Wait for them to post it. Boom, boom. Eternal Empire for game number 3. Oh, what a wild game. Woo! All right. Best of 5. It's 1-1. Let's get her done. In the bottom left, we have the blue Protoss player. He's Geralt. I'm not going to do the crazy fancy intro. In the top right, the red Terran. He's Heromarine. This has just been a gnarly series. Gnarly series. I know you guys really wanted to see the structure tab at the start of the game. Oh, he got a new one. Okay, there's the gate. There's the depot. He's getting the racks. No proxies. It's going to be barracks, then gas. Oh, this whole match has been absolutely crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. This is such a badass series. I agree with you, Osobam. This has been crazy. Dude, Geralt's just been playing out of his mind. This is he's just playing out of his mind. I cannot believe it because the majority of players usually just crumble to Gabe. They usually just crumble to Clem. I thought we were going to have a Clem versus Gabe finals. I really did. And I thought it would be a good final. But man, Geralt took Clem all the way to game 5, clapped him, and then now, I mean, Obviously, that last game got a little bit, you know, there were definitely some opportunities for Geralt to pull it out, but one or two of those storms placed a little bit better, or maybe onto the tanks, and he could have killed them fast enough to save the stalkers. Those types of builds that Geralt uses, in my mind, they work best when you can keep the stalkers alive and just dump all your money into zealots and High Templar, right? But you do need the stalkers. That's like kind of, it's the hard part of that build, is that the stalkers are one of the most important units, because you don't micro the zealots. You're like, yeah, you're charging, you're maybe trying to bite a mine or two, but for the most part, like the big play is that you're really trying to get the zealots to just charge them, and then use a ton of this blink stalkers to play around, to get the damage done, to poke and shave away. But obviously, it's going to be really hard to do that if you're losing your stalkers, because you don't want to build more of them, because the Marines just rip them to pieces, right? So it's kind of about having that combination of everything. It's about being able to make it all work. Now, Eternal Empire, very good defensive map. It's just the Marine reactor opening out of Gabe. So stuff like that is definitely going to be a factor in terms of where these players are going to be able to make their units work, where they're going to be able to expand. It's a bit easier, and that's why we're getting this really fast third command center. No starport even. Just a crazy fast third CC from Gabe, because, you know, the earlier that you get that orbital, right, it generates energy forever. So it's like the nice thing about the Nexus is that it starts generating energy at the beginning of the game forever, right? So as long as you're using it, it can always provide infinite value, and that's why you want to get the third orbital as fast as you can, if you can get away with it. And he's not going to go for a quick starport as a follow-up to this. He's going to turn it into a Cyclone, extra barracks. Probably just wants to have his stim really early. Could do something funky with that. These two Hellions are going to run into the Adept by the third base of Geralt, though. They won't be able to slip in. There's not really much to do there. This Probe will probably die. That would be the pick off there. He's like, okay, yeah. Hellions, they're pretty fast. Race car, go vroom vroom. All right. Just getting the mules up, getting the engineering base. That's just a very greedy build, I should say. He's going for a standard layout, I guess. Like, the build itself is kind of standard. He's doing a greedy version of it because he's only got the one gas, right, in the main base. But what's interesting is that Geralt's going for Phoenix, and I don't even like. I feel like it's kind of a bad build matchup, right? Because he should have enough Marines to keep the Cyclone safe. And the Phoenix really shouldn't be able to do... Oh my god, he almost got that last regular attack onto the Phoenix to kill it. Oof. But like I was saying, it's kind of hard for Phoenix to do serious damage to Terran. They're really good at harass damage or shutting down harass. And that's why Heromarine he went for the least harassing build ever. Like, this is the least amount of harass you could try to do as a Terran player. He's just literally sitting back on 3 CCs, getting his upgrades, getting his eBay, getting his stim, getting... I assume combat shields very soon, and it's +1, right? So the Phoenix don't actually get to do their job of protecting him because there's nothing to protect him from. 200 IQ plays by Big Gabe. He's just like, yeah, I don't want to harass you. The Phoenix could still pick units off like this, though. That's a really good grab to have, and they can come in and grab SCVs. So it's not, it's not like completely a win here for Heromarine, but honestly, the Phoenix would probably get damage done against any build that Heromarine could have done. There's really no Terran build, like, there's no Terran unit that moves as fast as a Phoenix. There is not a single one. So, at the end of the day, if the Protoss wants to go Phoenix, they will be able to pick off random stuff. But this build, I think, mitigates that, because even though he got a couple of unit kills, he's still 52 SCVs to 51 probes. He's still rich. He's ahead. He is ahead. Economically, he's ahead. He's at 52. He's at the same number of workers, and he's got mules. So he should be pulling in more money. Yeah, he's a couple hundred minerals a minute ahead right now, which is going to turn into either your depots or a wave or two of Marines, right? Or a really fast fourth. So all of that is pretty awesome, honestly. Phoenix are going to come over here. They'd love to maybe grab a mule or two. Phoenix are probably most annoying when they pick up workers that are building stuff. These mules did mine for most of their duration, so it's like not the end of the world. He got 2 kills with that Hellion. How about that? I guess that's what happens when you're microing your Phoenix. So these guys are coming up now. And missile turret. Yeah. So, like I said, it's kind of hard. Oh, that observer. Yeesh. He got 1 shot with the Marine on it, too. Not able to kill it, though. He's trying to body block with the Phoenix. A little escort. But this is a good spot to be in, honestly. Like, he's going for Colossi now, so it's going to be like Phoenix Colossus. And he has +1 attack already, so that +2 is going to hit real fast. So his Colossi are going to deal a ton of damage to the bio. His Colossi will deal a ton of damage to the Marines and the Marauders. Like, hands down, they're going to be fantastic. So the questions that I have at this point in the game are going to boil down to, like, is he going to overcommit on the Vikings? He has 4 medevacs. Well, he can't try to drop, right? You can't really drop that well versus this. Phoenix want to spank the medevacs a little bit. As long as he doesn't lose them, he's happy. If he could shave off Vikings early on, though, that would be really bad. That would be really bad for Heromarine, though. Vikings are expensive. They take a long time to build. Phoenix are more expensive. Phoenix are actually the most expensive unit in the game if you build them nonstop. I'm pretty sure there's no unit that builds faster for a similar amount of resources. Phoenix build crazy fast. Costs a lot of money to pump them out like this. So let's see. There's a big bio army. He's got some zealots. The army composition isn't bad. He's getting his 3rd Colossus out. He has extended thermal lance. +2 attack is almost done. Charge is done. So if he decides that he wants to move out, if he decides that he wants to push, he's got a really big force. I like that he's getting the EMP upgrade this early, though. I think 3 ghosts are all you need. He could pull his SCVs with this, honestly. He could pull his SCVs. The disruptor could make him regret that, but he could pull his workers. I wonder if he's going to. He's going to play this out like a macro game. Yeah. Okay. He's not going to pull the boys. I wasn't sure. I really wasn't. There's certainly a lot that you can do with the SCV meat shield. This army's huge, though. Like, he EMP the batteries. I do think, yeah, the battery gets overcharged, so he wants to sit back now. Wait the 14 seconds out. Super battery is pretty strong. All right, so he's going to use a spread out going between the 3rd and the 4th base. Lands a good EMP on the Phoenix, actually. That's actually really sick. The Vikings were able to one-shot them because of that really easily. And now there's no protection for the Colossi. Oh, I don't know if he knew this, but Storm was not ready. So the Vikings are going to come up. It still takes 2 shots for him to kill the Colossi as the bio spreads out and rips everything to pieces. I mean, I think he's got it, though. He landed the EMP on the High Templar. Vikings are going to drop onto the ground. Do not think that the Disruptor has it off cooldown. No. And his base is going to crumble. Big Gabe, after losing that first game, he decided, he got pissed, man. You pissed off Heromarine. And I love that he went for that pylon. No fast warping, nothing that he can do. GG, Heromarine goes up 2-1 in this best of 5. Okay, well, it looks like Big Gabe is picking up some steam. I mean, the first 2 games were absolutely gnarly. But that last game, Heromarine went for like... I mean, honestly, I can't even say that Geralt played bad. I can't say that Geralt played bad. Because what really happened was Big Gabe got away with the greediest freaking build of all time. He is like stupidly greedy. Greedy to the point where I wouldn't tell anybody to ever even try to do that build. Because you would die to so many different things. But I guess Heromarine realized that the only type of harass that Geralt was hitting him with was usually just like finesse builds. It was finesse builds. That's it. He was just getting hit with finesse strategies. The kind of stuff that could kill some workers and maybe get a lead, but not kill you, like, entirely. So he just said to himself, well, if you can't kill me entirely, then what am I really worried about, right? I just be really greedy, let you kill a few SCVs, and then I win anyway. So, there you go. There you go. All right. I can't believe how tired I am from this. What an exhausting day. These games have been so crazy. I've gotten so... my adrenaline has, like, spiked and then collapsed, and it's just taken a lot out of me. We've had a phenomenal semifinal and a phenomenal grand final so far. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. So Heromarine in the bottom right, Geralt in the top left. We're playing on Death Aura. Lots of airspace for prisms, lots of airspace for medevacs, lots of airspace for battle cruisers, lots of airspace for liberators. Not that Heromarine would put a liberator behind his own mineral line. Maybe if he was under attack or confused by, I don't know. Maybe if he was blinded by the lights. It's always possible. It's been said to happen on occasion to people. So, I mean, Big Gabe, right? He wants it to be the Big Gabe Weekly. That's kind of what he's known for. He's doing a good job of it thus far. I'm liking what I see, and I'm seeing what I like. It's Geralt, Cybercore first. I do wonder how long it'll take for a Terran to come up with a really good, like, expletive build for that. For countering that strategy specifically. There's the command center, SCV boxing champion. Who is the Adam Gase of StarCraft 2? I'll be honest with you, I don't know anybody in StarCraft 2 that does that much cocaine, so I could not answer the question for you. That's about all I got. Thank you, Terminator, for the 51-month resub, my dude. Based God Squad. Nice analysis. Thank you, Theolandris. I appreciate the kind words. Since this is match point, I'm going to do the soft plug again. And I'm going to tell you guys, you should check out all my other stuff. The VODs of this and many other games you can find on youtube.com/Nathanias. I've gotten way better with uploading to my YouTube because I now have 1,000 upload, and it only takes like 5 minutes to put one of these series up, even though they're 20 gigabytes. So definitely check it out. Also, I'm at Nathanias on Twitter. I talk about all sorts of stupid stuff, like my favorite cereal. I post pictures of my golden retriever. And I say insane things like, you know, everybody should be able to eat and have health care and go to school. So if that sounds like your bag of chips, then let me tell you, this bag is not half air. Twilight Council going up here. And an Adept after the Stalker. He's gone Stalker Adept or Adept Stalker Stalker pretty much every game. It's not real. You can't really tell based on which direction they are with that. You can't really tell that well what it is, right? Like if it's going to be that Blink build, if he wants to go for the Charge build, because he's kind of thrown everything. And we did have Geralt start Resonating Claves against Clem. He never actually researched it. He canceled it. But he thought about doing it, right? And I mean, I guess in my mind, that says a lot. Shout out to Terminator for the 51, though. He bumped up to tier 2. Those of you guys have been like, what do tier 2 subs do? They actually changed it now. So you have you get 5 extra emotes for tier 2. You can now post a giant combo emote of my dog's face when he was 2 months old. Actually, it was like the first month. Yeah, no, he would have been about 2 months old right after we got him. So you can be smug as a puppy wherever you want to be. And we do have the Raven coming out here. So I do like that. He's thinking about the DTs. He's thinking about everything else that's been going on in this series. The Dark Templar. It's been a couple games, right, since DTs have been a factor. So I do like that Big Gabe is going to get that Raven just to be safe. No reason not to, considering there's been some sort of aggression from Geralt in every game. Even in the games where he macroed hard. And also, I'm just going to shamelessly plug, if we get up past 1,000 subs again, if Nathanias completes his redemption arc in StarCraft, and people don't hate me anymore, I'm going to turn this giant bushy beard that I've been saving from quarantine and coronavirus I'm going to turn it into a handlebar mustache. I can't promise you that I know how to properly maintain one, but I can tell you I will buy a Luigi outfit and at least do one blackout drunk stream with it. And by blackout drunk, I mean have a couple of White Claws, because I can't legally tell you I'm going to do that. Robotics Bay is coming in, though. So is it going to be... Is he going to go quick into Colossi again? He hasn't done that without... No, it's got to be the Blink Stalker Disruptor memes again, because he hasn't gone for Colossi in any of the games as a primary anti-bio, except for the game where he went Phoenix. And since he didn't go Phoenix, my only assumption can be that he wants to get Disruptors and then move into charge lots. Oh, those... Whoa, oh my God. What a catch. Okay, he gets the medevac, dodges both Widow Mines, and now he can just bait the mines out, right? He can just bait out the mine shots. Or bring the Observer. Yeah, wow, beautiful, beautiful way of dealing with that. And you know what, Big Gabe, you can go across the map with these Marines and Marauders if you want. And he might actually be able to do a lot of damage. Geralt actually needs to decide what he wants to do, I think, more so. The Raven is getting some auto turret kills, so he's getting a little bit of trauma, PTSD from those. But I was going to say, I don't know. I don't think that Colossus is going to be out in time. Yeah, this third base, he might just be able to kill it. If only the Stalkers had run into the bio, he could have at least tried to chip away at it. Oh, look at that. He's hugging it. He's hugging the recall because he doesn't want the Stalkers to be able to get away. Beautiful control from Big Gabe. He's trying to end it right here, right now. He's running right up on the Stalkers, getting a ton of the kills on them. But unfortunately, Big Daddy Colossus is out. And I have to say, I did not think Geralt would actually get that many Stalkers out. How many gates does he have? Just 3? He did all that with 3 gateways? Damn. All right, beautiful hold. I don't have anything else to add to that. That was a fantastic hold. Absolutely fantastic hold. I love you guys spamming the doggos in the chat. I can add 4 more emotes for tier 3. I'm going to try and think of another good combo emote, I think is the best way to do it. I just don't know what it would be yet. I have no idea what combo emote could possibly be worth. What is it, $25? But we'll see if we can figure it out. So extended thermal lance is done. He defended the first wave. I feel like, yeah, Heromarine though, he did another really greedy build, right? Like this third command center was still super fast. He did a really good job of building up his economy. And I feel like he's put himself into a place where with the Raven harass and that last push that he did, I think Heromarine is still poised for another big assault. Like his macro is just too good. You know, when I talked about the weakness of Clem, I always felt like the biggest issue that Clem had was he would get into these really good positions, but then not be able to close the game out. But Heromarine has been able to close the game out. Every time that Heromarine has gotten ahead in this series, he's been like, you know what I mean? Like he's got the fly swatter. The fly is there. He hit it once. He doesn't let the fly fly away. He hits the fly once and then he hits the fly immediately after. You know, nothing escapes his grasp. And this is going to be a difficult base to hold. There's no shield battery at the third. He does have 2 disruptors off to the side. He doesn't want them to be in the scan. And I actually really like that. He doesn't want the disruptors to be seen on the scan. Oh, no. Is this random Marine going to get eaten? Yes, he was. Ripping Alfredo, fettuccine, tortellini, linguine, pastrami, ravioli. So we've got the 2. They're close to each other, which makes me nervous. Wow, look at that. He backed up. That's impressive. Here's the big push, though. I think he was scanning for the Observer, but the Observer is actually still alive. Really good Observer usage by Geralt. I've noticed that. His Observers don't really seem to die all that often, and now he can see the whole entire army. He knows where it's going. He's got the Speed Prism, actually. So he's going to go for a big Zealot counter. Honestly, I would have loved to see him bring the Prism home to try and use this. Oh, he's going to use the Speed Zones to get the Disruptors into position. He's going to try to hit him from the back. Boom, boom. Oh, he gets 2 of the Siege Tanks. Okay, well... Okay, he gets 2 siege tanks, a couple of bio units, and he almost kills a 3rd tank. But now 2 auto turrets are going to kill half the mineral line over here. The Stalkers blink over to deal with that. And meanwhile, Zealots are charging and barging into the natural and into the 3rd. The Colossus giving its lasers a twirl, trying to protect that 3rd base. There's the first disruptor shot coming out from the main army, but I have to tell you, this force, as strong as it might be, he's going to have a hard time keeping that Colossus safe. No batteries. It's just Stalkers versus Bio. And despite everything that Geralt's been able to do, throwing away 2 of the disruptors to try and get that big money shot just did not pay off. I will say massive respect for the effort that he put in there. But unfortunately, Big Gabe was just a little bit too on top of things in this final. GG. Well played. Congratulations. The Big Gabe Cup goes again. Well, to Big, I just said his name. I just said it. You already know it's Big Gabe. Duh.